Dear Master, in Buddhism, we talk about karma. What is karma? Where does it come from? And can we change a bad karma? Please enlighten us. The Master replies, karma in full means karmic results, which means that every cause leads to an appropriate effect. Karma starts from our thoughts, which then become words and actions. When repeated over time, these actions form habits. These habits have the power to influence and draw us in. Speaking of karma means acknowledging our full responsibility. No one else can bestow blessings or misfortunes upon us. We are the creators of our own fortunes and misfortunes. Karma refers to intentional actions that lead to corresponding results in this life and future ones. As true Buddhists, we must be mindful of every thought and action, constantly reflecting and examining ourselves to avoid mistakes. Karma shapes every aspect of our lives, from birth to death and beyond. If a Buddhist doesn't understand karma, it's challenging to practice effectively and achieve true peace and happiness. We are the creators of our karma and also bear the results of it. We must acknowledge that karma comes from us and binds us in return. Karma involves actions and habits that we can change through effort and persistence. In Buddhism, karma isn't just about negative outcomes. It also includes positive actions. Karma can be both good and bad, and while it has no physical form, it has the power to guide and influence us. Karma's results are fair and just, with no favoritism or mistakes. Good or bad actions will yield corresponding results. Karma persists through countless lifetimes, and when conditions are right, the results will naturally manifest. In our lives, there are families where the wife is kind, virtuous, responsible, and diligently works to raise her children. Conversely, her husband is often involved in drinking and gambling. Whenever he loses money, he comes home to scold and beat his wife to demand more. Relatives and neighbors feel heartbroken and advise her to divorce to escape the suffering. Yet she refuses, as she still loves him and fears for his well-being. Similarly, in other families, unruly and ungrateful children waste the family's assets, mortgage the home, and cause harm. But parents cannot abandon them because of their karmic bond. Outsiders may find it difficult to understand and accept these situations. Those with karmic connections, even when treated poorly, still choose to live together. Understanding that everyone has their own karma helps us maintain a harmonious attitude and not blame difficult circumstances. Karma follows us like a shadow from one lifetime to the next, only ceasing when debts are settled. But many forget this truth. Karma can be categorized into different types. Personal karma is the individual karma unique to each person, while shared karma refers to the collective karma of groups, such as families or communities. For instance, people who enjoy gambling or drinking will often connect with others who share these interests, while those who frequent temples and chant sutras will bond with like-minded individuals. Good karma involves virtuous actions that bring happiness, while bad karma involves harmful actions that cause suffering. Karma can be further divided into determined karma, which is intentional, and undetermined karma, which lacks specific intent. To practice is to transform karma. Someone who has created negative karma can change their results by practicing and doing good deeds. As taught in the Agama Sutra, the Buddha said, "A person who has created negative karma but practices can change the results." Without practice, the results will match the karma sown. For example, a pinch of salt dissolved in a small glass of water makes it undrinkable. But when dissolved in a large container of water, it remains drinkable because the amount of salt is too small compared to the water. Similarly, A person who has committed harmful actions but practices self-discipline, ethical conduct, and mind training will experience lighter karmic results. So, what does it mean to practice self-discipline, ethical conduct, and mind training? Self-discipline means avoiding harmful actions and engaging in activities that benefit others. Ethical conduct involves following the 5 precepts taught by the Buddha: not killing, not stealing, not committing sexual misconduct, not lying, and not consuming alcohol. Firstly, it is important to refrain from killing because everyone values life and fears death. Killing carries consequences under both societal laws and the law of karma. Additionally, we should minimize harming animals such as cows, pigs, dogs, chickens, and ducks until we can fully observe this precept. This precept primarily applies to monks, while lay Buddhists must focus on not killing humans. There are 3 types of killing: direct killing, inciting others to kill, and rejoicing in others' killing. Direct killing creates negative karma through action. Inciting others creates negative karma through speech. And rejoicing in others' killing creates negative karma through thought. Thus, the precept is established to prevent Buddhists from committing acts of killing. Secondly, lay Buddhists must avoid greed, theft, and deceit, even if it's just a needle or a blade of grass. Taking someone else's property without permission is considered theft. Theft involves secretly taking possessions, while robbery is openly seizing them in front of others. Actions like stealing, robbing, swindling, and tax evasion are all viewed as forms of theft in Buddhist teachings. Thirdly, sexual misconduct is forbidden. Lay Buddhists are allowed to marry according to state laws. Marrying before the legal age is a violation of the law and can result in penalties. After marriage, having an affair is considered sexual misconduct. This not only disrupts family happiness, but also causes distress to both one's own family and the families of others. Out of compassion and care, Buddhism prohibits sexual misconduct to safeguard happiness and peace in family life. Fourthly, not lying. Lying can cause serious harm to others, and Buddhism identifies 4 main types of lying. First, lying to deceive others for money or property. Second, using harsh or abusive language to harm someone's mental well-being. Third, spreading falsehoods or gossip to damage reputations and create divisions. Finally, using sweet words to conceal harmful intentions. However, lying to save lives in emergencies or to alleviate a patient's suffering is not considered a sin. Buddhism emphasizes that lying should be carefully considered, with the goal of maintaining fairness and compassion. The 5th precept is not to consume alcohol. Drinking excessively and using addictive substances like drugs are prohibited because they impair judgment and can lead to further misconduct, such as theft and robbery, to satisfy the addiction. These actions not only harm health, but also result in financial loss and diminished clarity of mind. However, consuming alcohol prescribed by a doctor for medical treatment is not considered a violation. Buddhism teaches that sincere practitioners should uphold these 5 precepts to avoid causing suffering to themselves and others. Keeping these precepts fully ensures peace and happiness in life. Finally, how do we practice mind training? To practice mind training, we need to understand 2 aspects: the deluded mind and the true mind. The deluded mind includes negative thoughts such as greed, anger, ignorance, jealousy, and envy. In contrast, the true mind, or Buddha nature, is inherent in everyone and is free from these negative thoughts. Practicing mind training means transforming these negative thoughts back to the pure essence of our Buddha nature. This true mind is originally clear and perfect, but is obscured by desires for fame, wealth, and other cravings. For example, while eating is a basic need, excessive greed can lead to dissatisfaction and frustration. True mind training is about inner transformation, removing negative thoughts and maintaining the purity of the true mind. When the mind is no longer influenced by negative factors, we will live a more peaceful and happy life. Although self-discipline, ethical conduct, and mind training are all important, the primary focus is still on mind training. If the mind does not entertain negative thoughts, the mouth will not speak hurtful words, and the body will not commit harmful actions. Therefore, mind training is paramount because the mind is the master of all blessings and misfortunes. When we practice mental cultivation, we can transform bad karma based on our level of practice. For example, if someone who is addicted to alcohol causes suffering for their family through abusive behavior, it can lead to family breakdown and legal trouble. However, if this person acknowledges the harm of alcohol, they can quit drinking and change their behavior to lead a happier, more normal life. Consider a person who once felt anger and sought revenge after being insulted. After facing difficulties and failures, they turned to Buddhist teachings and practiced diligently. When given a chance for revenge, they remained calm and free of anger, transforming their bad karma into peace and happiness through practice. Life's challenges are opportunities to test our progress in mastering ourselves and our thoughts. Mental cultivation is not just about empty prayers, but transforming bad karma into goodness. Karma is not simply a direct cause and effect relationship, but changes according to individual practice. The first step in mental cultivation is to let go of negative thoughts and gradually replace them with positive ones, living with a clear and enlightened mind. It's crucial to understand the law of karma and not be swayed by superstitions. When facing obstacles, instead of blaming others, see them as opportunities for empathy and self-understanding, leading to true peace and happiness.